So friends, today we are in Downey, California. I have not been in this area in over a year, so I'm excited to go thrifting here. I am in Los Angeles County. It's like south of like LA downtown or proper. I'll probably put a map on the screen or something. But yeah, I haven't thrifted here in over a year, so let's go and see what we can find. It's a smaller thrift store, I think. I've never been here, so let's see what we can find.
All right, friends, as soon as I stepped out of my car, I was very turned around. Yes, I used my GPS to walk, to find things, and I was not looking at the numbers on the building. Instead of looking at my phone, I should have been looking at the numbers. I'm going the complete wrong way, so you're going to see me turn around in a second. But how cute is this little area? I don't know if this is their downtown. I don't know much about this area. Like I said in the intro, I had not been here in a very long time. Los Angeles, very similar to Dallas, Fort Worth area. It's very big with a lot of neighborhoods within the LA County, so I just can't remember everywhere I've been. But anywho, this restaurant to my right, it was like a nightclub. Like they were blasting music. This was at 1 p.m. blasting music, but it was very cute. The food was very good. I met one of my real estate friends here, so I think it's called Ola. O-L-A? Olay? I don't know, but it was good. Very fun vibes. It was just cracking me up. I had to do a voiceover here because they were blasting music. It reminded me very much of like South Beach, Miami, you know, when they're blasting music, trying to get you to come in. They told me they were expecting their lunch rush. I finally found the store after turning around on the street for 10 minutes. Very cute place. This lady right there that I just saw walking in, I heard her telling one of the customers that they get a lot of inventory from people that pass away. Because he was saying, wow, you have like whole Christmas collections and like you have whole collections of games. This store is great for hard goods. I would come back here just for the hard goods and check out everything. But she was saying, yeah, a lot of people, when they pass away, their kids just bring the whole estate here. Like home goods, kitchen items, clothing, furniture. So I definitely need to come back here when I have more time, but they had the whole Christmas section. This reminded me of when we went thrifting in Billings, Montana. Remember they had like a whole row of Christmas stuff? If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it below, but that's what that reminded me of. I am going to come back here and go to their hard goods section. I am a novice when it comes to hard goods, so I really have to take my time. I have to Google Lens everything, so I will be back for that. But all blouses were $5 unless they deemed it a brand that needed to be marked up. I saw some blouses that were marked at like 10. I think the most was $15, but a ton of mall brands, friends, a ton of boutique brands that I did look up, and then I couldn't find many sold comps. You could tell that a lot of the clothing was from maybe someone who had a lot of vintage stuff, you know, or a lot of mall brands. I'm thinking like, not even mall brands, some fast fashion like Target. I found a couple of Shein pieces, not a lot, but a lot of vintage stuff. These types of thrift stores are really great for vintage pieces, but I did end up buying a couple of things, which I will show you in a minute. I'm going to show you in the video, and then I'll show you also in the haul portion, but I thought maybe this was something because it felt like it was like a silk blend, but it ended up not being, so I passed on that. Plus it ended up having some holes. This store was actually bigger than I thought. It goes all the way back there, if you look straight back, all the way back there, and they have a furniture section and like whole furniture sets. So if you're in this area, might be worth checking out, especially if you're a hard goods or a vintage seller. I mean, they had couches, dressers, and this stuff looked like really good quality furniture made from, you know, real wood, not particle board and all that stuff. So yeah, I just, you know, I like to listen. If I'm not going to talk to the employees, I'm going to listen to them talking to other people. And this is the point when she was telling the guy, like, yeah, we're getting a collection of games. I guess someone passed recently in town that was like a game collector, you know, like board games. And she said, oh, there's going to be so many vintage games. And I think he's a reseller and he was interested in that. So yeah, it pays to listen to what people are talking about. That Zara top, they marked up, so I passed on that. I don't pick up a lot of Zara unless it's new with tags or it's a piece that was like a blogger favorite that people were posting on their Instagrams and their blogs. People still do post blogs. A lot of people ask me, like, Nikki, how do you stay up on like what's in style and what's trending? I follow blogs, like people, some of you are probably like, what's a blog? People that start their own websites and they post their outfits with the links to them on blogs. Those still exist. I know they're not as popular because we have social media where people just post videos of it on TikTok or Instagram. But I also follow fashion bloggers on Instagram, on TikTok, and they talk about, what's trending, what they're seeing on the runways. I don't follow a lot of like high fashion bloggers. Some of them I do. But I really follow the people that show you like how to style everyday outfits, and they talk about what's in style. Do I feel like I'm the most stylish person? Absolutely not. But I just learn and listen to what the trendy, fashionable people are talking about. So here's an example of a vintage top that I was thinking of picking up. It has this, it's not embroidery. What do you call this? Stitching on it? A lot of you have told me what this is called. I've used the keyword. It's escaping me right now. But it had some pieces missing. So I decided to pass on that. I am not a vintage expert, but I can tell when things are vintage by the tags and by touching them. But I try to only pick up vintage pieces that are in really good condition. I mentioned in my last video, I have a pile of things that need repair or depilling or stain treating right now. So I'm trying to work through that before I pick up any more pieces that actually need more work. They had some nice jackets. This Bagatelle brand I have sold a couple times before, but it's also now really frequently sold at Marshall's, TJ Maxx. So I don't pick it up as much as I used to. It actually can retail for quite a bit. Like that jacket could retail for close to $100, but the resale is just not there, especially since it's hit the discount market. I did notice they marked up quite a few of these jackets. They were priced anywhere from like $9.99 up to $20. I did end up picking up this Eileen Fisher. I don't know if this was a mistake. I picked this one up for $6, but it's 50 cotton, 50% linen. There were no stains. I always get so nervous picking up anything all white at the thrift store because I always think there's no stains. Then when I get it home in front of the ring light, there is. But I've been killing it selling Eileen Fisher, friends. It's been a great bread and butter brand for me consistently over the years. I was going to say over this year, but honestly, all of 2023 and 2024, Eileen Fisher has been one of my top 10 selling brands. Not Viore, not Love Shack Fancy, like all the trendy stuff we all know. It's just a bread and butter Eileen Fisher, Banana Republic, J. Crew. Those brands just don't fail me. And they're getting more and more expensive if you buy them retail. So I looked up that cardigan, the white one I picked up. It sold for $138, brand new. So I think that'll be worth it. I also ended up picking up a dress from the boutique brand Dress Forum. I don't know if you all have heard of it. It is a very expensive boutique brand. We're going to talk about it more in the car, but I've been enjoying picking up really good quality boutique pieces, whether that be new or pre-owned. I was interested in this dress, but the zipper didn't work. Always check the zipper. Let's go back to the car.
All right, friends, that place was really cute. I am, and currently, for anyone that cares, if you're still here, I feel like you're an oldie but a goldie if you're still sticking around to the end of the video. And if you have not subscribed, why not? I am here multiple times a week. It is free. Sometimes YouTube will unsubscribe people, so make sure you're actually subscribed and hit the bell next to the subscribe button. That way you will be notified whenever I have a new video, because YouTube has a glitch where it will unsubscribe people. So make sure you're subscribed. It's free. Sign up for the newsletter. I send out weekly emails. I don't like badger you with emails. I only send it to you once a week. Plus you get a free ebook that I created. It's a 100 brand Bolo list It's like not a list, it's honestly an ebook, and it's totally free. So all of that's linked down below. What else can I plug while I'm on it? Come to a live sale. If you need a real estate agent in California, I'm just doing my whole sales pitch. I am licensed. That's where, so the reason I was in Downey is because I've mentioned this real estate client to you before. She watches these videos now and she's like, why are you not calling me your friend? Why are you calling me a real estate client? That's how we met. She and I met through Keller Williams. That's where I'm an agent. And we became friends. And she's a real estate investor. She doesn't have her license. I think she's going to work on it. But until she does, she exclusively uses me. And she wanted to see a couple condos in that area, Downey. So whenever I leave her, I always go and like try to film and like check out the sourcing spots. And so she's like, can you stop calling me a client? I'm your friend now. I'm like, so anyways, I'm sure I mentioned it in the video. We were having lunch. So I am a licensed real estate agent. I am very, very part-time. I've scaled back real estate just because my full-time job and mom life has become way more hectic, and mom life is priority. My 4-year-old recently started playing soccer. He hates it. He doesn't hate it. He likes doing it. He just doesn't want to do it every week. It's an hour and a half. He's like, no, I don't want to do it that long. I want to do it 30 minutes. So anyways, he like, as kids get older, as a lot of you know, they start having birthday parties. Like this weekend, we're going to 2 birthday parties. So all that to say, I've scaled down a lot compared to 2024 real estate. I've scaled down a lot, except for like repeat clients, like my friend, girl, I'm calling you a friend, who wants help, usually like a couple times a month. So anywho, the goal would be to scale up real estate because I love it. This whole outfit I have on is thrifted. This romper is Old Navy. I think it retailed for like $35-40. I got it for less than $2 from the Goodwill outlet. And I actually thrifted these on the Real. They're Aquazura. These retail for a couple $100. It's a very expensive brand. Definitely a brand you want to know, especially their more recent pieces. They've been around a very long time. The older pieces, the older shoes can take a lot longer to sell, but yeah, so I got these on the Real. I bought them for myself. One, they're too big. I got a 42 because I have big feet. This is just girl chat, by the way. I have huge feet, so I'm usually a 41 in designer shoes or European shoes, but I size up because a lot of them run small. These actually run kind of big, or true to size. And then I had the heel stops fixed. I was going to show you all this because I'm changing my shoes. And they're already busted up. I can't remember what cobbler I went to, but I'm like, this was not a good job. I just had these fixed like a couple months ago. Usually when I have heel stops replaced, I can be really hard on my shoes, but they will last me like at least a year or 2. So I love these shoes. If you are new here, I love a good heel. I love heels. And I love heels that have straps because they give you more stability. And I find them to be like some of the most comfortable heels. But I just was so upset about that. It was a new cobbler, but I can't remember who I used. So anyways, now that I'm done thrifting, done with my meetings, I'm going to take these off and put on my Converse because my toes look crazy. I need to get a pedicure. And nobody should see my toes like this. Like, I was so glad she didn't look at my toes. These are my go-to, like, throw-on shoes when I'm doing preschool drop-off and my toes look crazy and I don't want to wear sandals. I'm one of those girls that as soon as summer hits, I don't wear closed toe unless I'm putting this on for, like I don't like wearing closed toe at the bins just because stuff drops a lot. People drop things on your foot. A wheel might go over your foot. So I cover my toes then, but other than that, I am a total heels and sandal wearer, literally from like May all the way to October. So anywho, I ended up picking 2 things from that store. I'm done with girl chat now, but you all that are still watching have said you like the rambling. I'm just trying to get my Converse on. Oh my God. They're kind of hard to get on when you don't want to untie your shoe all the way. I'm just putting these on because now it's time to do mom duties. I I'm meeting hubby and the kiddos at the park. We're gonna do some park time. I love this time of year because it doesn't get dark until like 9 o'clock. How funny is this bag she gave me? I was like, I love that you guys are recycling bags. So I don't know that I should have picked this stuff up, friends, but I was like, I want to get something. You ever just go thrifting and you're like, I just want to get something? I know I mentioned this in the voiceover part, I'm sure. This is Dress Forum, which is a boutique brand. We have their brick and mortar store here in LA. Their warehouse is also here, but it is a boutique brand. Like, you actually need a reseller certificate to buy from them, and it's not cheap. Like, wholesale pricing, this was probably new $20 per piece. Like, the more premium expensive boutique brands can be quite pricey. So I've been wanting to try this brand, but I don't want to buy it in bulk yet just because they're so pricey. Usually these boutique brands, especially the really good quality ones, they will require you to at least buy 6 of one item. So like, it's $20 times 6, you do the math, you know, and that's just one dress, and you usually get 2 smalls, 2 mediums, 2 larges. Not all of them do it that way. Some of them will allow you to buy a single item, but then it would be like $35 for one dress. So I will report back. According to comps, as I'm filming this, I could easily double my money, maybe triple. I don't know, we'll see. Like I said, it's a very expensive boutique brand that has a very large following. Very similar to like Easel and Pole or POL. And then, I don't know that I should have bought this, friends. It didn't have a price. Remember, I told you that. She charged me $5. Eileen Fisher is a bread and butter brand for me, and it is 100% linen. I feel like I could probably get 25, maybe 35. It's a size medium. It's a little bit cropped. I'll measure it. Guess it just depends on your height and everything. But I picked it up because it's white. It's 100% linen. It's a medium. I'm thinking I can, no, I know that I can more than, she charged me 5. I could easily sell this for 25, maybe even 35. We'll see. So yeah, I am loving using AI to create my stock images. So like, that would be a good one, the Eileen, to create a stock image. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it down below. I walk you through the entire process of how you can create your own stock images. And I'm also going to be sending out a newsletter this week on how I put sets together to create stock images. Like, for example, I have a Lululemon bra and pants that I thrifted from the Goodwill outlet separately. You know, I bought them as separate pieces. They're not a matching set. Like, they weren't made by Lululemon to be a set, but they're both black. They're both a size 4. So what I do is I'm going to walk through the steps on how I create a stock image for the set and how I make more money by selling the set. So that's going to be out for all of you. We have 1,200 people that are subscribed to my newsletter currently. For all of you that are on the newsletter, that should be coming out soon. It's just taking me a while to write it out, like step by step, because I'm trying. Sorry, friends, it might be a little loud. I'm at storage, but just a little reseller reality check here. The current state of my trunk is bananas. This is all stuff that is going to thread up. These are, all of this stuff here is stuff that I sourced this weekend, and I am either going to take to my local consignment store to sell to the owner, or it's going to thread up. So I'm filming this on a Sunday, so when I come here on the weekends, I have a little bit more time to just get organized, empty my trunk out, get ready for the week. I have to pull 19 orders for things that sold yesterday and today. I usually ship 5-6 days a week. I did ship yesterday, so only have 19 to pick up from. It was basically like yesterday night up until now. Anything that sells, like, I'm here in the evening, from now till tomorrow will just go out on Tuesday, basically, because I'll come get it Monday. So that's the process, but I like to show the reality of reselling, because a lot of you are like, Nikki, how do you get it all done? Sometimes for like 3 days, I'm just throwing stuff in my trunk and just getting by, friends. I took my kiddos to a like indoor kid gym, and I had the stroller in here, so I had to like throw everything in the Hulk-in because I didn't want the stroller touching any of my inventory. It looked crazy in here. It's so embarrassing when I go to like public places and my trunk looks like we live in it. This family walked by as we were leaving the gym, the kids gym, and they were looking at my trunk like, I think I heard the mom say like, oh my God, I think they live in there. And then I looked back and I could tell she was embarrassed because I heard her. It's so embarrassing. So I try to keep it tidy, but honestly, this is the reality. But I will tell you something. I am so grateful to have this car. I literally pray and thank God for this car every day, because before this, I had a 2-door convertible, and doing reselling, buying things in bulk, having a car seat, it was just, I didn't know how good I could have it until I got this SUV. I literally am so grateful for this. If you are able to get some more space, it is so helpful, especially when you're doing a lot of volume in your reselling business, to just be able to move, you know, with space. Because like if I needed space to move big things, I would either have to wait for hubby to use his truck, or I would have to rent something. So I'm grateful to have the space, but I try to work on like not stockpiling too much stuff here. But I always say, friends, I share the good, the bad, and everything in between about the business. And this is one of those things that I cannot stand. So I'm here on Sunday, made dinner, and I'm going to get this stuff cleaned up.